Little quick rant, guys. Milton One here. So, I got the heads replaced on the bike, like on the Impala. I got the actually what I want to get started with first is the rant that I had. I just came up behind somebody, and I want to say it's a Kia Sorento. Was it Sorento? Or was it Sedona? I think it's a Sorrento. I don't know. But I just passed by somebody in one of those. I guess they just got the car because there's no tag on it. It's not a new one. It's an older one. How about that? And it's being pulled by a Dodge. But anyway, just passed by her. All right. She's got no tag on this car. As I'm passing her, she's got no seatbelt on. She's on her cell phone, and she's hugging the steering wheel as if it's for dear life. And she's driving under the speed limit. If she's not the definition of, oh my God, let's have a crash, I don't know what is. Because, I mean, you're going slower than the speed limit on an interstate. On an interstate. You're asking to get hit if you go below speed on an interstate. You rarely get speeding tickets on an interstate. Rarely. You gotta be doing outrageously high. Okay, someone got hit. Okay, he hit the back of a motorcycle. How about that? I think it's a trike. Yeah, he hit the back of a trike. But anyway, back on the car. I got the Impalas. Alright, when I got the car, it ran really rough. Smoked really bad. Rattled. I knew right away it was a head gasket. Just didn't know how bad. I told the guy when I bought it, before I bought it, that the issue that he has is just a head gasket. I told him that. Asked him if he still wants to sell it. Now, because see, here's the thing. I'm all for doing the heads on a 3.5. The only thing hard about doing heads on a 3.5 liter Impala is the fact that the, what do you call that thing? The basically, which is on almost, I think it's on every vehicle, but it's terrible on Chevys. They have an accessory bracket that also doubles as the coolant fill location. Okay, I now know why we had a trike that almost got hit. There's three more up here, but they're actually doing at least 60. Well, no, we're slowing down now. Okay, they were doing 60, now they're doing 55, 53, 52. Alright, we're holding a steady 50. Okay, now they're accelerating it. They're not holding their speed. That's probably how the one behind us got hit. But anyway, actually that's a trike. The one in front of it is just a regular motorcycle with a trailer. And I can't see the one in front of it. It's probably a trike as well. They're old people. But that bracket is the only thing that holds me up on doing Chevys in general. I do not want to mess with that bracket because there's so many bolts. It's all got to be put together at once. Ugh. But anyway, that's where we are with that. I got it back. The very first thing I did is I got the other Impala, the black Impala. I got it sent off to the person that wanted it. And the next day, I went to tearing into this engine. I got the heads off of it. They replaced the upper intake manifold gasket, which I don't understand why they did that, because that's not the one that leaks. If that one leaks, you get a vacuum leak. They got the other one. They didn't change the one on the bottom. I know they didn't because none of the gasket materials showed any kinds of disturbing disturbance. Neither did any of the bolts. So once I got the heads off, the heads had dropped a seat intake on both heads, as a matter of fact. So both heads had to be replaced, which I was already expecting to do. I'll actually show it to you. It's already back together. Right now, what I'm working on is I've got to secure this crap here. I have another one of these coming in. I've got to clean that out. I've got to replace I've got to get the stud out of that, or the bolt out of that. And it came with a new muffler. I'm going to be putting that on. Here are the old heads, by the way. This is the right head. That would be why the coolant was that color. And you can see right there your intake seat came out and broke and was bouncing around inside of it. Same thing with the left head. And amazingly, it's the same cylinder. It's the exact same cylinder on both sides. Number 2 on both sides. Which would be actually the number 3 and the number 4 cylinder, but both sides. There's no telling how it failed, whether it failed from overheating, because the reason I have to replace this thing is because I don't know if you guys can even see that, but the thermostat housing, which I have a new one, that piece right there that spins, you guys can see that, that piece that spins is broken off into it. So I don't know if the thermostat failed, or the water pump failed, then the thermostat failed, and then the head overheated. Because the way these work is there's a coolant reservoir through both heads. And I don't know if both those got the head hot. It dropped the seat on both heads and tore everything up in it. But it dropped the seat when we were putting on, well, it dropped one of the seats while we were putting the car on the trailer, as a matter of fact. That's when it dropped, because I'm distinctly hearing the rattle. A drop, smoke, and then a rattle. Because he said it never rattled. I mean, never rattled and it never smoked when he had it. But when I got it, it smoked once it warmed up, but not a lot, just barely. And then when we were trying to put it on a trailer, kind of find out it was smoking really bad. And it rattled. So I guess that's when it dropped its seat. But we're going to try to get this. Today we're just working on the exhaust. Do I even still have it on there? I don't. I got to get new posts for this as well. And I got to figure out, it's got an HVAC problem, which is probably the HVAC module. It runs continuously. I've just got to fix that. That's the only thing interior wise. It does start and run, and it does start and run smooth, but without the exhaust, it sounds like poo. That's where we are right now. Just to show how shiny the new heads are. I don't even know if you can actually. I'm pretty sure over there you can. But that's where we're at right now. Working on the exhaust and the cooling system, and then that's it. Hopefully I can get the exhaust done today. If I get the exhaust done today, I'll upload another video of hearing it run. It can't run for too long because I also got to replace the dipstick down in there because it broke off as well when I was putting the head on. Rookie mistake. I put new motor mounts on it as well. New motor mounts. So let's get cracking before it gets heat of day. I'm not sure what the weather's supposed to be because I rode my motorcycle for 2 days and we never got a lick of rain, and it was supposed to have been having a rain front move in. We never got it, and today is supposed to be doing it again, but I still haven't. I don't see any sign of rain. And here's the thing about that: I do not want to. The last thing you want to do is be on your motorcycle. Trying to get that slot back in. We'll do that later when we got 2 hands. But the last thing you want to do is be on a motorcycle and be stuck somewhere because it rained. And I don't want to do that. Of course, I ride in the rain anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But let's see if we can get this exhaust done. And if I get it done before I leave, I'm planning on working on this for 3 hours. If I can get it done before I leave, I'll upload a video letting you hear it run. I can't let it run for too long because, one, I don't have coolant in it. I've got to change the oil in it again. And I've got to get an old dipstick. Primarily, I got to get the old dipstick in order to just leave it running continuously for any period of time, because it just throws oil out of it. But to let it run indefinitely, I've got to get the cooling system sorted out. And they damaged the CV joint on the passenger side, and they damaged either a coolant line or transmission. I think it's a transmission line on the left side. I don't know. I'll find that crap out as we go. So I'll give you guys updates on that. I'm pretty sure it's not the same car. It is a different car. This one does not have the steering removed or damaged. This one has cruise control on it. The other one did not. So that's where we're at now. I really need to go ahead and clean up my friend's driveway because I'm afraid of what I'll find. I've literally been trying to keep like everything that I have done to the car in like this one little like lane. And like literally the only thing I have on that side scattered is like the heads and the boxes the motor mounts came in. But like I'm literally wondering if I should like just go through and get a couple trash bags and clean all this crap up, put it in the back of my truck, and when I go home, well, when I go home, not one day, when I go home, throw this stuff away. I don't know. I'll think about it. But you know, the way the sun is right now, if it rains like it's supposed to today, because right now, no, not happening. By the way, the sun is actually going away. It was actually, I think the clouds are actually going from, yeah, they're going this way. So basically all of that was actually above us. So nothing but sun. And now we have that. So I'm going to have shade for another 30 minutes maybe, if God be willing. So I'm going to have that. And then with God's intervention, I'll be baked to death. So peace.